You guys have known I've been really excited about getting a truck. And so I went down, and this is well over a year now. I went down the rabbit hole. The Ford Maverick was announced. Um, and I went ahead and from my local dealer, I reserved one back in the day. So when this came out. Well, fast forward a little bit to where they announced the F-150 Lightning, and I was like, well, I want to probably go that route anyways, especially with the Pro only being around 40,000, and potentially incentives, I could get that into the 30s and full electric vehicle, right? So I went ahead and canceled my reservation for the Maverick. So, fast forward a bit, a little bit more time, we're finding out more about how long it's going to be and so forth and so on as far as the Lightning. And so I decide, hey, I'm going to go ahead and look at seeing if I can find a Maverick. Now, keep in mind, they're a hot commodity, the hybrid and so forth and so on. And so I called every single dealership in North Carolina to see if they had one. And lo and behold, no one did. And most of them put me on a wait list, right? And I just let them know, hey, I'm looking for a hybrid. If someone doesn't pick it up, let me know. Okay. Well, just so happened that I had discovered a YouTube channel, and that was this YouTube channel, and it's the Long MacArthur Ford. And this guy's videos were really good information as far as the Maverick, as well as the F-150 Lightning. So, on a whim, I said, well, let me just call. Let me just check their website. So I checked their website. And this is their website, and I checked their inventory, and they had two Mavericks listed. And so I called and said, hey, is this available? One of them was already taken. The other one was available, and it was an XL for the Maverick, and that's actually what you're looking at. So they said, well, you can put $1,000 down and get your deposit down. And I said, okay. And again, I asked, they're doing MSRP at price. And that was also what they stated here, MSRP. And if you do financing through them, it will cover $1,000 if you go through financing. Okay. So when I called about this, I asked about that, right? Because it's a $19,000 some odd vehicle. And if you did the 1,500 dealership fee, it's like $21,500. Okay. Roger that. So I asked the person I talked to on the phone about it. And MSRP, right? So fast forward, I'd been in contact with Mike, my sales guy, over and over and over text. And a week goes by, 2 weeks goes by, 3 weeks. I'm going back and forth saying, hey, and when this is going to happen, you guys have been along the ride forever, this entire thing, right? Like, hey, is it going to happen now? So what they were waiting for was the vehicle actually to arrive at what they call a ramp, which is like a distribution center for vehicles in Kansas City. The vehicle arrived in Kansas City on January 16th. And I know that because he shared the text with me as far as like a logistics Excel spreadsheet. They just didn't know when it was going to go from the ramp to the dealership, which was 2 hours away. So fast forward now to yesterday, which was February 16th. It'd been a full month. The vehicle, the Ford Maverick, finally gets delivered to the dealership. And that's what you're looking at right now. This is the vehicle. So they let me know. I was super excited. Cool, it's finally happening, right? So today, they say, call at your earliest convenience. I do. They're like, hey, we noticed they didn't take your deposit from, a month plus ago, 6 weeks ago, almost actually 7 weeks ago, almost 8. It's going to go towards the vehicle. We can do like 3,000, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, sure, do that. Well, they skip forward and I get a text from the dealer, and it now has the vehicle listed for 30,000 minus the 3,000 I would put down for a deposit. And by the way, this is a $19,500 vehicle with 1,500, or basically it's a $21,500 vehicle. I was expecting that price because that's what I was told. So anyways, at $30,000, it's a $7,500 markup basically. And so I got that and I was confused. So I went and talked to, I called Mike, right? And he basically said, hey, this is a little bit above my pay grade. Let me just touch base. So I got a call from financing and they basically won't budge. hey, if you would have ordered through us, it would have been at MSRP, but because we got this, we can't get this vehicle any less. We're just passing this, basically this buck on to you guys, which is weird because you got it directly from Ford. So I don't know where you didn't buy this from another dealer. And if you did, then you lied to me. So, and he was adamant, like we were upfront. Well, I was like, obviously you weren't upfront with it because I was told it was going to be MSRP. And then you drop a $30,000 price tag on a vehicle that's not worth $30,000. You're saying that the $7,500 you're just passing forward and they wouldn't do any of that. So at said point in time, I'm like, just keep in mind for everybody. Yeah, I know there's logistics issues and everything, but I was told on the phone it was MSRP. Their YouTube channel, again, which going back to, this guy's been really informative, so I don't want to like throw him under the bus. This guy's actually been really great. I like his videos. He's actually probably one of the only guys out there giving like videos. But I was under the impression via this and also the phone call I first had over almost, like I said, 7 weeks, almost 8 weeks ago with the first person. And again, they didn't take my deposit. And so anyways, I basically said, you know, like, I'm not going to pay $30,000 for a vehicle. It's like, one, I'm not made of like gold here. Two, I just feel like I was lied to. I felt like I was cheated on this. And it's like bait and switch. It's like, yes. And they even said like, oh, well, some of them are going for like 15 over. I'm like, yeah, but that I get it, supply and demand, but I've been working with you guys for 8 weeks basically and being very, very patient. And I get it. If I back out here, you guys are just going to sell the vehicle for 30K. And that's basically what I ended up telling them. And I was respectful. I you know, like, it's not appropriate to do that. It's shady to me. It's shitty to me. And I was really excited. And like, I'm excited about getting a truck. And Ford, like, if anybody, you know, like, it's not right. You don't screw over Americans just because you want to earn an extra buck. It's just not fucking right. And I'm not happy with this. And it sucks because this is influencing, like, is this what all Ford dealerships? I mean, I get it. All dealerships are out to, but you would think that, hey man, you know, all those text messages where we didn't know what was going on. And oh, you're also trying to plan selling your other vehicle to schedule and stuff like that. You know, and I was super excited for this vehicle and I'm still excited, but I can't do that. So I told him basically, don't charge my credit card. This is not, I feel like you lied and you're just basically trying to turn around and make money. And you know, like, unfortunately, I don't think I have anything to go off of because I don't have any documentation. Again, I didn't sign anything 8 weeks ago, and maybe that's my fault. They never, again, they told me on the phone MSRP, and that YouTube channel, but apparently you have to order through them to get MSRP. But hey, the vehicle's there, even though it's just the same thing, it doesn't matter, and they can mark up at their own free will, and it is what it is. So again, this is all really, really crappy because I was super excited for this, right? Like, the first time I'm going to get a brand new vehicle, and then this happens. So that's where I'm at right now. Is I just had this phone call. I feel like I've just been straight up lied to. I mean, is that just me? Like, am I crazy here? Like, I get the situation, but it's like preying off of like and I don't think there's anything I can do other than let people know, like, this is my experience so far. And I'm telling you, I have over a month and a half worth of texts back and forth with the sales guy of every single day. Like, hey man, any news on the truck? Nope, nothing. Hey, have you contacted? I mean, just nothing. Everything. Again, it's one of those where I was told on the phone it was going to be MSRP. Their YouTube video, he clearly states, if you go through our financing, again, we'll pay for $1,000 worth of shipping, and it was going to be $1,200 here shipping, so I'd have to cover $200. Okay, not a big deal. No, you know, I have no mention again of any of my texts. I didn't discuss price with him. It was the initial phone call and then all of the YouTube videos. So either if I misunderstood, it wasn't very clear. And if I was told something that I wasn't supposed to be told, again, is that my responsibility, my fault? Again, this vehicle I'm super excited for. I guess I won't be getting it. So thanks. to everyone out there. So anyways, I just wanted to sort of let you guys know, because I feel I needed to get that off my chest, and I feel like I was lied to. Feel like, I mean, I just literally waited 8 weeks that I could have. By the way, I've been called by other dealerships. Here's the messed up thing. There have been other local dealerships. I had one in Sanford. That's not too far away here in North Carolina. That called, and I was like, well, I already got one, so, don't worry about it. Because I thought they had already charged my card. Because they said it's $1,000 deposit. It's non-refundable. It'll go towards the vehicle. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I just don't understand, like, how is that good practice? Is it, again, like, and like I said, this YouTube channel, great guy, great information. If it was only about orders, it should have been, again, that should have been the first, like, but like I said, that very first phone call I asked about, it's, MSRP, right? Yep. So now, I might have missed out on another opportunity of another Maverick as well, a local one. Don't know what their pricing was or is, but yeah. Anyways, that's it. Disappointed, and there's nothing really I can do about that. So obviously now I've had a little bit of time to think about what happened earlier today. So if you're listening to this and moving forward, here's some things I learned. There's 3 things in particular. Obviously have a signed contract to lock in any details from the very start. I wish they would have done that. And again, I don't hold myself accountable in this because the dealership should have done that. But I feel like that was sort of the whole ploy in the first place is, well, we didn't charge you or else we would have been held liable to that set price. Secondly, at the very beginning, ask for out the door price. What is this vehicle going to cost to get to me? Now, in my case, I still had to have them ship it to me. So you have to adjust for that, but that's easily, you just give them your address and zip code and they can figure that out. So it's not really that big of a deal. Another big thing that I think I learned today was when they ask you about financing and how much you're willing to put down on the vehicle, tell them that you would like to know the financing options beforehand and the APRs and, etc. for 100%, financing, 90%, and so forth and so on, to then basically decide on what you're going to do if you're going to put any money down in the first place. Now, this is a very key important part, and it's something that, again, I wish I'd have known. Talking to a buddy, he basically says as soon as you admit to putting down any money, what they're going to do is jack up the price of the vehicle because they know you're going to be putting money down. Whereas if you're going through financing right off the bat with them, no finance is going to up the price of MSRP because the vehicle is not worth that. I.e., I may have sort of shoehorned myself of saying, oh, I'm going to be putting X down because we've got a trade-in and that's how much it was valued. Whereas I should have just been like, I'd like to hear about the financing options. Either or, again, very shady on their behalf and all dealerships. But at the end of the day, you need to be fit with the tools to be able to make better decisions about this. And that's something that I'm learning. So that's my entire experience. Also, just an update, I did contact Ford directly about this. I have talked to customer service. They are aware of the issue. They will be filing a complaint. I was also told that it's really up to the dealers. Unfortunately, Ford really can't do anything. Their hands are tied. And another sort of crappy thing about this entire situation is there's nothing that I can do, nothing they can do. I was basically told, go ahead and start searching for another one if you're really interested, or just basically wait until the end of August when the 2023 Mavericks will be able to go for reservations. So if you're in the same boat as me and you want one of these, maybe that's the route you take, or maybe you'll get lucky for the hybrids out there, but I doubt it because they are, they're not out there. The EcoBoost ones are available, but if you're like me, I wanted the gas mileage and what this vehicle sort of fits. So as of right now, I'm on the fence. I, didn't need the vehicle. I wanted the vehicle. So if you're listening from Ford, again, please do something about this. This is like ridiculous. And, again, it turns customers, that first-time customers, first-time buyers, by the way, away, and I was actually going to be getting this, and in a few years getting a Ford Lightning. And you know, again, the Pro, because again, I don't make a ton of money. I can't afford a 50, 60, 70, $80,000 vehicle. And so a vehicle like this, or a vehicle like the Lightning, where I could get incentives to bring the price down, really helps Americans like myself be able to afford these vehicles. We want better gas mileage or full EVs, but you know, dealerships like this and practices like this, I don't think are acceptable. And if by any chance the dealership that I had in contact, that's the Long MacArthur Ford, sees this, I'm not mad at you. I'm just really disappointed that what you did, just again, it's bait and switch, and it's not appropriate to do that to people. And especially when people work with you for 8 weeks and hang in there, and you know, don't just dump you. And there should be some type of reciprocation there. So again, I'm not happy with the decision. Again, I hope it was worth it, that you got some extra money out of the vehicle, and that will turn away customers from dealers. And so that's my 2 cents if you're listening, and it's not cool. And you know how to contact me if you want to make it right, but I don't think I want to work with you. So good luck in the future, and I'll be looking towards other Ford dealerships. So that's going to be it. Let me know if you guys run into the same issue. Have any of you guys got the same stories? Let me know down in the comments down below. Again, I feel like I'm not just a one-off thing. I'm guessing this happens a lot, especially in the automotive industry right now. And I feel like it's just not acceptable. I mean, again, short-term gain for long-term loss. And I hope the dealerships realize that. And I get, I get it. We're in a tight spot, but treat, other Americans like how you want to be treated, not just as like a number. So anyways, that's going to be it for me. I hope to see your comments down below, and I hope you've had better success with some dealerships out there. And if you guys know of any really good dealerships, or if you see any hybrids available, please let me know, send me a message, and I would appreciate it.